Hi viewers, this is Gnaneshwarachari, Faculty of Chemistry at Telangana Tribal Welfare Residential Degree College for Women's, Utnur. Actually, in this session, it's a full moon day, it's Paurnami. On this day, I'm going to discuss about something which is related to coordination chemistry, isn't it? In coordination chemistry, what I am saying here, what is the meaning of coordination chemistry actually? It deals about transition metal complexes. It means a chemistry which explains properties of transition metal complexes is called coordination chemistry. So here what I am saying, every complex compound consists metals and as well as ligands, isn't it? In complex compound, what is the phenomena is going on? For example, in complex compound, metal accepts a pair of electron from the ligand and the ligand donates a pair of electron to the metal. This phenomena is going on generally in complex compounds. This complex compound between the metal and ligand, we have some bond like arrow mark. This bond is known as covalent coordination bond, isn't it? So what I am saying here, for example, if you want to write the name of coordination complex, how can you write? For that, we have some rules like IUPAC nomenclature for complex compounds. For IUPAC nomenclature, today exactly we are discussing about IUPAC nomenclature. In that, how can you give the name of coordination complex actually? Name. For example, I am giving you simple rules and simple techniques to write the name of complex compound. For example, first of all, we need to follow one rule, that is order of naming of complex. What is the meaning of order of naming of complex? For example, if it is NaCl, we are pronouncing as a sodium chloride. In NaOH, we are pronouncing as a sodium hydroxide. We are pronouncing sodium is the first, then after chloride and hydroxide. So here my content is, we are pronouncing first of all cation followed by anion. In the same way, in coordination complex also, we have to pronounce first of all cationic position pair followed by anionic position pair. So simply, I need your attention. Listen carefully. We have to write the name of cationic position pair followed by anionic position pair. This is the first rule. And second rule is naming of coordination complex. Naming of coordination pair. Every coordination pair consists metal and as well as ligand. In that, if you want to write the name of coordination pair, how can you write? Just here I am giving you simple technique. You need to write the name of ligand followed by the metal. Here, then you need to write the name of ligand first, then metal. So here next heading is naming of the ligand. How can you give the name of ligand? Here, for example, if you want to know if you want to write the name of ligand, you need to know some fundamentals regarding ligands. For example, ligands classification. Ligands are classified into mainly three types. First one is with respect to charge. With respect to the charge, ligands are again classified into three types: positive ligands, negative ligands, and neutral ligands. Here, how can you identify the ligands which belongs to positive ligand and which belongs to negative ligand and which belongs to neutral? For that, I am giving you simple trick and simple clue. Every positive ligand ends with a word em, IUM. For example, ammonium NH4 plus, nitronium NO2 plus, nitrazonium NO plus, hydrazinium N2H5 plus, and hydronium S3O plus. Okay, these are the positive ligands. These are ends with a word em, isn't it? And for negative ligands, every negative ligand ends with a letter O. For example, chloro, bromo, iodo, methoxo, ethoxo, cyano, isocyano, nitro, nitrato, mercapto, isn't it? These ligands are ends with a letter O. We have so many ligands which is ends with the letter O. Those ligands are called as negative ligands. Here, what about positive ligands? Sorry, what about neutral ligands? The ligands which are used in organic chemistry and which are used as it is in inorganic chemistry. Generally, neutral ligands like aqua, H2O, and NH3, amine, CO, carbonyl, CS, thiocarbonyl. Okay, these are frequently we are using same names in organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry. These ligands are called neutral ligands. And next category is, how can you classify the ligands with respect to dentation? Here, ligands are classified into mainly three types with respect to charge: positive, negative, neutral. And next classification is with respect to dentation. With respect to dentation, ligands are classified into again three types: monodentate ligands, bidentate ligands, and polydentate ligands. What is the meaning of monodentate ligand? Monodentate ligand means here nothing but, for example, here what is the phenomena is going on here? Every ligand is donating a pair of electron to the metal. Here only in monodentate ligand, the ligand which is donating a pair of electron, only one pair of electron to the metal is called monodentate ligand. It means the bond, how many in metal and ligand, here only one bond is present. Okay, here what is the meaning of bidentate ligands? The ligand which is donates two pairs of electrons to the metal is called bidentate ligand. What is the meaning of polydentate ligands? The ligand which is releases more than two pairs of ligands is called polydentate ligand. And the third classification is based on the nature of ligand, based on the reactivity. And ligands are classified into two types, like ambidentate ligand and bridged ligands. What is the meaning of ambidentate ligand? Actually, for example, I am taking CN as a ligand. CN means cyano, and NC is a ligand, that is isocyano. CN is a ligand and NC is a ligand. Here it consists CN and NC is consist same molecular formula, same molecular weight, but here what is the difference? In CN, C is donating a pair of electron to the metal. In NC, N is donating a pair of electron to the metal. Here the ligand which consists more than one donor atom, but it utilizes only one donor atom. These ligands are called as ambidentate ligand. It means, for example, I am giving you one more example. NO2 is a nitro, ONO is a nitrito. Here number of nitrogen, number of oxygens are same. It means it consists of same molecular formula, same molecular weight, but here donor atom is different. In NO2, donor atom is a nitrogen. Nitrogen is giving a pair of electron to the metal. Here ONO, oxygen is donating a pair of electron to the metal. So what I am saying here, the ligands which are having more than one donor atom, but it utilizes only one donor atom is called as ambidentate ligand. And the next one is bridged ligand. What about bridged ligand? Bridged ligand means actually some kind of negative ligands act as a bridge between the two metals. Simply, monodentate ligands are always binds with a metal with only single bond, but here some kind of negative ligands like chloro, bromo, iodo, these ligands are acting as a bridge between the two metal. Okay, it means the bond could be like a metal bond, bridge ligand like chlorine bond metal. It means between the two metal we have one ligand, that is called bridge ligand. When you are writing the name of bridge ligand, just you need to mention one prefix, that is mu. Okay, before writing the name of bridge ligand, you need to mention that one prefix, that is mu, symbol of mu, isn't it? And one more thing regarding ligand, this is the classification of ligand, and come to the next step in ligands. For example, if you are writing the name of ambidentate ligand, just remember one thing, you need to write the symbol of ambidentate ligand within a bracket. Okay, after writing the name of ligand, you must write the symbol of that ligand within a bracket. For example, you are writing NO2 as a nitro. After nitro, you need to write symbol of donor atom like N within a bracket, isn't it? This is the main thing. And one more thing is, if ligands are having for example, which ligands we have, monodentate and bidentate and polydentate. In this, if monodentate ligands are present more than one time, we need to add some prefix like if monodentate ligands are having 2 times, we need to add di. If monodentate ligands are having 3 times, we need to add tri as a prefix. If monodentate ligands are having 4 times, we need to add prefix like tetra. If it is 5, penta. If it is 6, hexa. If it is 7, hepta. If it is 8, octa. Like this. Okay. And for polydentate ligands, if polydentate ligands means like EDTA, ethylene diamino tetraesteric acid, and tetraestate, and as well as EN, ethylene diamine, PN, propylene diamine, TN, trimethylene diamine, like this. Okay, these polydentate ligands are having more than one time. If it is 2 times, then we can use some prefix like bis EDTA. Okay, and if it is thrice, we can use tris. If polydentate ligands are having more than one time like 4, we need to add some tetrakis as a prefix. If it is 5, we need to add pentakis. If it is 6, we need to add hexakis. Okay, like this. Okay, here condition is after writing the prefix, we need to write the prefix after. So we need to write the prefix as a bis, tris, tetrakis, pentakis, hexakis, and after that we need to write name of the ligand. But here condition is you need to put a bracket to the ligand. Okay, for example, if you are writing bis ethylene diamine, you need to mention a bracket to the ethylene diamine, isn't it? This is the condition. This is the condition of ligands when you are writing the name of ligands. Okay, and next one is here we know that coordination pair consists of ligands and as well as metal. And how can you write the name of metal? Here the next heading is naming of metal. In naming of metal, for example, coordination complexes are having 3 types. If coordination pair carries positive charge, it is called cationic complexes. If coordination pair carries negative charge, it is called anionic complexes. If coordination pair doesn't carry any charge, those are called neutral complexes, isn't it? So here I need your attention, please listen carefully. If metal is present in cationic position pair or cationic complex or neutral complexes, if metal is present in cationic complex or neutral complex, there is no discussion, there is no argument, just write the name of metal as it is in periodic table, isn't it? Here the main exception is if metal is present in anionic complexes. When the metal is present in anionic complexes, just here the condition is metal name should end with a word ate, ate. For example, if metal present in anionic position, anionic complex like zinc, okay, you need to write the name of metal as a zincate. If nickel is present, you need to write the name of nickelate. Okay, if mercury is present, then you need to write the name of mercurate, isn't it? For if metal is present at negative, negative cationic position, okay. Negative complex compounds, okay. And right here, when the metal is present in cationic position sphere, when the metal is present in what I am saying here, when the metal is present in cationic complexes or and as well as neutral complexes, there is no discussion, there is no argument, just write the name of metal as it is in periodic table. If it is nickel, just write the name of nickel, and if it is zinc, just write the name of as a zinc, isn't it? And one more thing, last but not the least, if in metal complexes, if hydrogen is present at cationic position sphere, if hydrogen is present at cationic position sphere, just you don't need to write the name of hydrogen here. Just here metal name should end with a word ic acid. For example, hydrogen is present at cationic position sphere. Within the square bracket, within the coordination sphere, we have BF4. For example, B means here metal boron, F means ligand fluoro. It consists how many times? 4 times. Here tetrafluoroboric acid. I am not writing hydrogen name here. Okay. When the hydrogen is present at cationic position sphere, just metal name ends with a word like ic acid. That's why H, when hydrogen is present at cationic position sphere, we are writing as a tetrafluoroboric acid, ic acid. Metal name should ends with a word like ic acid. Okay. These are the main fundamentals rules we need to follow. Definitely. And these are the IUPAC nomenclature for metal complexes. And in next session, in next video, I explain magnetic nature of complex compound and as well as color properties of complex compound and Werner's theory and remaining all the coordination sphere, all the coordination complex topics. And finally, please, for more videos, subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon. Thank you.